Hey Moon Magic family, welcome back to the channel. In today's readings, these are my Sunday readings, I post every Sunday. We are asking for an immediate message for you right here and right now from Spirit, and also to find out if we can be given the heads up about anything you need to be aware of in the coming week. Now I'm seeing 3 cards already here for our readings, and we will also draw a charm and some runes, potentially a rune or some runes for additional guidance. So reading number 1, Astral Travel is your card. Reading number 2, we have Mindful Wisdom. Very beautiful energy. And reading number 3, we have Awakened Spirit. Desire to change. This is what it looks like. Okay, let's draw some runes and some charms and see what else we are shown just to guide you in. Okay, this is interesting. I've got 2 runes coming out here for reading number 1. We have Partnership and we have the rune of Openings. Reading number 2, we have the rune of Movement and we have the rune of Fertility. And reading number 3, we have the Blank rune and we have the rune Hagelas. This is Disruption. Okay, wow. Now let's draw a charm for each of these. Now, if you already know, which is a possibility, which of these readings is speaking to you, or even if there's more than one, trust your intuition. I will put the timestamps in the description box and in the information in the comments as well for phone users. Now, reading 1, we have a parasol. You see that? Beautiful little parasol. Reading number 2, we have a horse, energy of the horse. And reading 3, we have, okay, so this is a little mermaid. You see that? If I make that up closer to you, I think the camera will hopefully focus enough. Yeah, it's a tiny little mermaid just sitting. Okay, so take as long as you need, beautiful souls. I will leave the video running for a few moments longer just to give you time. If you find that more than one is speaking to you, it may be that each of the readings that you're tuning in with will be relating to a different part of your life, a different part of your world. Trust your intuition, trust your own inner guidance. You will always find the right reading for you. And even though I post these every single Sunday for weekly guidance, they are timeless readings. You'll always be able to find the right reading at the right time. Just check in on the homepage. You know, the readings I always feel will find you just when you need them, with the right piece of guidance and the right information coming through for you. Super souls, tons of love, and I will see you in the readings. Hey, reading number 1, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. Now we have the parasol. I feel like you're needing to take cover, be shielded from something. It's quite interesting. Now, Gibo, the rune of Partnership, and Kano, the rune of Openings, are a really interesting combination. Partnership, we're talking one-on-one connections with someone. It can be an intimate partnership, a business partnership. Now with Openings and Astral Travel, I feel like you need to see something. Be particularly conscious, be aware of, I want to say, the realness of someone's intentions. You're needing to both stand back, observe, astral travel, caution needed. It's like that out-of-body experience where you can see the purest energy of someone's intent. Something is going to be shown to you. There's an opening here. Let's draw more cards and see what we are shown. So I think first of all we'll draw an Archangel Michael card. Okay, admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. How interesting. I appreciate your support in helping me face my feelings with grace and acceptance so I can be lovingly honest with myself and others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for giving me courage and strength. So this suggests that this week, or the message that's coming through for you right here and right now, and information for the coming week, we're obviously going to draw a lot more cards, is suggesting that there is something you need to see about somebody and kind of acknowledge the reality of that. Okay, we have the card of the Lover. How interesting when we also have partnership. So this would tend to suggest this is connecting to an intimate relationship. There's something you need to see and acknowledge the reality of the situation, whatever that may be. We have the Parasol here, so there's caution needed. Okay, what else are we shown here in your oracle cards? May we have information, a message for reading number 1 now. Blessing of the Kite Dancer. Now this is really interesting because this is an opportunity to jump over a hurdle, to overcome an obstacle. It's very interesting. This card actually says that almost as if Spirit has put an obstacle in your way, it is because Spirit knows and believes that you can just fly over it really easily. You can overcome it. So there's something being shown to you. I'm finding the colours really interesting in your reading. Actually, reading number 1. Look at this sort of, we've got all the blues on this side and then all the kind of reds and yellows and oranges on this side. Opening, Kano. Now the rune of opening suggests that something is going to become clear. This is like lifting the fog, you know, something becomes clear to you. Admit the truth and act accordingly, and you can then move something forwards. So what I'm seeing here for you right here and right now is that there is something around you, reading number 1, where you feel as though there is a block or a hurdle or something standing in your way, some area of confusion or uncertainty about how to proceed. Actually, you kind of have the answer. I think you do actually know what you really need to do here, because there's going to be some action taken, some clarity of direction. Whatever the obstacle is, I think it's going to get sorted out. Let's just draw more cards before I say too much. I feel we need to investigate further. Let's just draw from one more oracle pack before we take out our tarot cards. May we have a message now and information for the week. Palo Santo Guardian. Now this is interesting. Again, I'm feeling like Palo Santo. It's a bit like sage. When you burn it, it cleanses. It cleanses your aura. It cleanses your energy. It's literally translated as holy wood. Okay. I think you need to see something with clarity. I think you're being shown something. Okay. Reading number 1. There's stuff going on around you in some form of connection, some relationship. We're seeing the swan rising. You're going to come through, sort of through and out the other side. That's what I want to say. I'm moving these over because I'm actually going to draw some more runes for you, as well as tarot cards. Okay. So we have the rune of separation, Othilla. Ah, the rune of possessions, nourishment, and the rune of signs, signals, synchronicities. Okay, okay. So let's draw tarot cards as well. But what I want to say, reading number one, is I think there is something that you do actually know. You know, when we kind of don't quite want to see something, we don't really want to see what's going on, but we kind of know it's going on. And we have to then make decisions and choices. I do think there's something going on around you that, on the one hand, you kind of know it. On the other hand, you're uncertain, or you kind of possibly don't even really want to believe it. But there's something really important here that you need to detach from, cleanse your energy, remove yourself from the situation. Now I'm seeing a really successful outcome. Kano is a lovely rune. It means clarity of direction. And this is ambitions satisfied, possessions, rewards coming to you. So the signs are going to be shown to you this week as to how to navigate a hurdle or an obstacle. I think the hurdle and the obstacle is already around you. So we're getting two clear messages, reading number one. One is an acknowledgement of that hurdle, that obstacle, that stumbling block that seems to be in your way. What comes with that message is a recognition to keep your energy clean. Stand back from the situation. Don't allow somebody else's toxicity or somebody else's thoughts to affect you. You will be shown exactly what you need to do when you need to do it to be able to then take action. May we please have information for the message now, for reading number one, and also for the coming week. Is there anything that reading number one needs to be aware of in the week ahead? Okay, let's use these cards as we have them now. Okay, so we have the Empress showing up first of all. How interesting. And then we have the Nine of Wands. We have the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Swords. Okay, okay, lovely. We have Judgment and Justice. Wow. Okay, right. This feels like quite a big week. Okay, but in a good way. Okay, in a really good way. I do feel that you will at some point need to call the shots over something this week. There's something around you that is, it's not that it's being interfered with, it's just that it feels like there's a grey area. Actually, in reality, I don't think it's actually that grey, but you're feeling like it is. Okay, you're being asked, actually, the message primarily is to step back, rise above something, keep your energy clear, because the rune of partnership talks about not collapsing ourselves into the emotionality of our connections. If you think about it, relationships are where we experience our strongest and most powerful emotions, in relationship to other people, to their actions, to their words. And you're definitely being asked to step away and rise above a situation, not be pulled into it, separate from it, stand back. I reckon, you know, maybe what's going on, it's feeling a bit foggy, but it doesn't have to be foggy. Okay, I think part of that it's maybe it's a little bit fear driven. There's concern or fear that something is heavy going, and I'm not saying that you're not dealing with somebody who's maybe a bit heavy going, but actually the situation is not as out of your control as you think it is. Okay, I think there's a lot of worry going on in the background. Really, actually, what we're seeing here is You know, with the card of the Lover and the blessing of the Kite Dancer, we're seeing an obstacle that you can actually quite easily overcome. I think with ambitions satisfied here, the Rune of Possessions, really, I think the message here really is that you can actually step through this quite easily. I think maybe there's a danger of catastrophizing it. Do you know what I mean? You know, when you have those thinking patterns and you think there's something you're having to deal with that you would prefer not to have to deal with, something that you would quite like to. I mean, in a way, I think you just quite like to separate from it altogether. But the reading is suggesting that kind of justice will be served, and I do think you need to call some shots here. Okay, it's not something that you can simply step away from. It's more beneficial if you step into it than to step away. I think it does cause you a lot of underlying concern. I think you're feeling like it's not going to work out. I think you're seeing it as a bigger mountain or a bigger hurdle than it really is. Okay, so reading number one, there's a lot of support here for you, a lot of support, a lot of bigging you up, a lot of reassurance. You know, don't be worried about this. This is not as big as you think it's going to be. It's not as great a hurdle as you think it is. It's actually going to get sorted out far more quickly. You know, I think something will get sorted out this week. This is so interesting. So reading number one, I do actually feel that you are worrying unnecessarily. Now, I understand that worry is a big deal, isn't it? I mean, it just is. We all worry about things. But we're seeing so much okayness coming here, something getting sorted out, coming to a head, getting addressed. Justice will be served. You will overcome this. The card of the Lover here. Generally, I do feel with partnership, there's a connection to someone that you have a strong emotional relationship with. And there's concern, fear, anxiety. I think as well, this concern, it's like an underlying niggle, you know, when that has been simmering away under the surface, something that you haven't been able to fix, which is partly why I think it's really been getting a bit, clogging you up, weighting you down energetically, leaving you feeling as though you're unable to act, or there's this feeling of helplessness around this. But actually, with these runes, you know, I just think if you can separate from the fear, okay, if you can separate from the concern and the anxiety, this has been going on for a while. It's been gestating, simmering away under the surface, bubbling away. Lots of concern and worry that it won't get sorted. But I think this is the week when it does get sorted. I think it comes to a head, and I think it can get negotiated. I think it can get, the signs and the signals are there, the synchronicities, you know, when things fall into place and you thought that there was going to be an epic hurdle, a bridge to cross, and then actually the bridge was so much easier to find than you realized, or the stepping stones appear. And the bridge that you thought you'd have to cross wasn't even a bridge, it was a series of stepping stones. You could find your way easily. You were shown what you needed to see. I think maybe there is a need to be really acknowledging your own feelings here as well. Recognizing that your buttons are pressed, This has been going on for quite a long time, and it's almost like your volume control has been turned up a little bit, and then up a little bit, and then up a little bit, and then every time you think you find the next step forward, something else rocks up and you think, oh, not again, another problem. But I think what's happening is it's creating a scenario where you're feeling as if the current obstacle is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But I think it's becoming more loaded than it needs to be. It's going to come to a head. I think this week it's going to get sorted. You'll be very grateful. The card of the Lover is ultimately a card of gratitude. It does indicate, I think, as well in your reading, that there's some connection to somebody that you have a strong emotional bond with. But it's all begun to feel a bit weighty, a bit toxic, a little bit heavy going, like it's not going to get fixed, it's not going to get sorted, as if it's simmering away and you haven't yet been able to find a solution. Though I think you've tried. I think on more than one occasion you've tried to find a solution. I think this week a solution will come to you. Unexpected rewards and gains, ambitions satisfied. I actually think the solution you need will arrive just when you thought it wasn't going to. Just when you thought it wasn't going to. Up it pops. Justice will be served. I want to draw some more cards around the Judgment and the Justice card here for you. Reading number 1. I really feel, in fact, an Archangel Michael card is really what I want to draw. I feel it's going to work out to be a very positive week for you, as in something that you have been struggling with gets fixed or gets sorted, or the solution comes. And it is something you've been trying to sort out and trying to find solutions, and not everything has worked out, and it's left you feeling quite loaded with the fact that it's not going to happen. I think you're going to feel a lot of gratitude actually when it does. But let's ask about the Judgment and the Justice card here together. May we have more information, please? Okay, this is interesting. Use your imagination and you'll see the answer. Dear God, thank you for granting me the wisdom and creativity to see your miracles in new and unexpected ways. I gratefully and gracefully accept and appreciate your help. Describe the situation. So this is suggesting that quite a creative solution will become available to you. May we have more information, please? What might that solution look like? Detach from the situation. Well, we've got that information already, I feel. Detach from the situation, separate, withdraw, back away, rise above. Astral travel, Palo Santo, cleanse, remove yourself from any emotionality here. This is quite interesting, Queen of Swords. This is a time to be quite sort of both logical and creative simultaneously. Yes, separate from the emotionality. Admit the truth, I think, is really acknowledging here that maybe buttons have been pressed for you. Okay. We have, this situation is already resolved. That's super nice. What an affirmation. Okay. And innocence. Oh, that's lovely. Okay. This situation is already resolved. Archangel Michael, this is your prayers. I give any worries, cares and concerns to you in exchange for true peace in all ways. Thank you for resolving this, and give details of the situation in a divinely perfect way. Dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see that all of your qualities of pure love and light are reflected within me and all others. Help me embrace my God-given innocence so I may be at peace. Right, okay. Reading number 1, I feel like I will try and summarize. Something is going on around you that is leaving you feeling foggy, blocked, heavy, weighted, just like an obstacle. You've been trying to fix it, and it connects to someone with whom you have a strong emotional tie. This is the week, first of all, that you are receiving reassurance and an acknowledgement from your spirit team that you've kind of got hooked into this actually quite emotionally. And it's time to step away and separate from the emotionality of this. You're getting reassurance that actually the situation is already getting sorted behind the scenes. Now we have this, you may feel as though you can't see the way. You know, Justice card, she has a blindfold. Use your imagination and you'll see the answer. This is actually, as far as your spirit team are concerned, is already sorted. I think your worst fears are unfounded, and I think that's a helpful piece of affirmation. But it doesn't always feel like that when it feels emotionally loaded. But actually, your worst fears are not going to come out here. You're going to easily overcome this, and you're going to feel very grateful for the solution, the signals, the signs, the synchronicities. Something will fall into place that will bring this situation back to a position of peace and harmony. It's like there's a new beginning. Look at this little tiny puppy dog here, sitting in this angel's arms, in his hands, a tiny little puppy. Can you, I hope will the camera focus on that? I hope so. Yeah, you can see that little puppy. So something is, equilibrium is going to be returned, and you're going to feel very grateful for this. Okay. And look at this situation with Archangel Michael holding a child again. This situation, there may be a family situation for some of you involved here. It may be connected to some aspect of your family, someone within your family, someone you have a strong emotional tie to. This is actually already being sorted. There's a creative solution. What's really important is actually, you know, we have the rune of openings. This is going to get sorted. It's going to happen. Your biggest, best outcome is going to fall into place. But detach, because actually carrying around that emotional fogginess is unhelpful to you. It's actually giving you a harder time than you need to be carrying. It's very, very clear. Detach from the situation. This is going to get sorted. If anything, stuff's going on behind the scenes that is already getting sorted. Even the bits that are coming forward that you might see at the moment as being a problem, ultimately they're going to become part of the solution. This is a week to rise above, step back and detach, separate from any emotionality, keep a clear but creative mind. Creative as in recognizing that sometimes when something happens, a sign, a signal, a synchronicity, it doesn't always come in the form that we expect. Unexpected rewards and gains, surprises coming in unexpected ways. So something is arriving that will bring this situation to a head and sort it out. It will sort it out in a really positive way. Okay? It will resolve something. You'll find the answer, you'll see the answer. And what is rather super lovely is that what you thought was right at the heart of the problem, I think may actually be part of the solution, if that makes sense. So wherever you are sitting in this sort of fogginess, right here and right now, this is a week when things can be moved forwards and in a favourable way, where an obstacle or a block or something that's not been sorted, and I think you've tried on more than one occasion to fix this, it's going to get fixed this week. The answer's going to arrive, the solution will come, which is great. Step back, detach, relax. I feel like I want to breathe again here, almost as if peace can be returned here. I think, yeah, this is quite emotionally loaded for you, and I can see that, and I'm really sorry that that's going on, because it's really hard when our buttons are pressed, or our, you know, we're pulled in, drawn in, there's stuff we want to fix or sort out and we can't, all that kind of stuff. But truly, actually, even the things that you think are a part of the problem are actually, curiously enough, I think, going to become part of the solution. And it will become quite clear to you, I think, as the week progresses. Wow, reading number one. What a powerful week. What a powerful week. And if you are watching this on the day that I've posted it, we are heading for a new moon, and there's a ton of amazing astrological stuff going on at this point of the new moon. So it's a really powerful time. Lots of planets are aligning in different ways. We're seeing lots of shifts occurring. Super souls, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, or indeed in manifesting with the moon and looking at all zodiac sign readings that work in alignment with the moon cycles, My all zodiac sign readings are on Patreon, which is a different site. It works on the basis of donations. You make a contribution, whatever you wish, and you then have access to those readings with no advertisements, which is lovely. And thank you all of you who are there on Patreon. It's super lovely to be connecting with you there. And what I'm seeing here is yeah, it's a remarkable week. There's so many turning points. So do also watch out for my moon month update. I do here on YouTube do a video with the entire moon month, the kind of the highs and lows, the spikes of energy, when the surges are helping us move forwards, when we need to ease back and reflect and review, you know, a proper moon month forecast. So do check that out as well if you are interested in manifesting with the moon. That's here on YouTube. Super Souls, I post these readings every Sunday. I also post a pick a card reading on Tuesdays and Fridays, and some shorts, and of course the moon stuff and all kinds of things. If you would like to get notification of any of my readings, do subscribe and press the little bell icon. That way they should come into your stream. And thank you, all of you, for joining me today, and for liking, sharing, subscribing, and all the things that you guys do, your comments as well, that help to support the channel. I am sending you all the love in the world. Reading number 1. Hey, reading number 2, welcome. This feels incredibly exciting, actually. You have the card of Mindful Wisdom, 28. You have the horse. You have Awaz, the rune of movement, and also Inga's, the rune of fertility. Now, I'm actually doing these readings just before a new moon. Now, whenever you find these readings, I post them every Sunday, you'll find the right reading for you. They are timeless. But if you are one of those wonderful people, and thank you, who follow these every week, you will know that we are coming up in a few days' time to a new moon. It's a new moon in Aries, which is a powerful time of new beginnings. And there's a ton of amazing stuff going on astrologically. I am posting other videos and things about this. Now, what I want to say is, the rune of fertility is about new beginnings. The rune of movement ultimately is also about movement forwards and about new beginnings becoming established, the bettering of any situation. The rune of movement is actually symbolized by the horse, and we have a horse here. The rune of fertility, fruit-bearing rune. Everything here is about new beginnings. There's a new opportunity, there's something moving forward, something becoming apparent to you, and it's becoming apparent, and it's moving swiftly. We've got energy, we've got speed, we've got power. You know, horses are connected to power. Horsepower is how we talk about engines in a car. It's how we look at the power of that. We have mindful wisdom as well, which suggests you're needing to be an observer or observant and mindful as you proceed quickly, because something's going to move quite fast for you this week. Something is opening for you, a new beginning, a new opportunity loaded with potential, and it can gather momentum very quickly. It's a big shift in energy. There's tons of stuff astrologically that are lining up with this kind of energy. And yet, fertility, the rune of fertility, Ingas, it speaks to us of completion of beginnings. So we need to wrap things up in order to move forward successfully. So, yeah, let's just draw cards. Let's say no more until we move this ahead. Do you know, Super Souls, I'm sitting here looking out into my garden, and the most beautiful bird of prey has just flown right across my hedgeway. How interesting. Feels like again like a real symbol, flying from east to west, east being about new beginnings. How interesting. Right, let's draw more cards and see what we are shown for reading number 2. I feel dead excited. There's like a tingling going on here, a real tingling. What is happening for reading number 2? What is your message right here, right now? And what are you being given the heads up about the coming week? Let's draw several of your oracle cards and see what we are shown. That's your oracle card there. And another one too. Okay, and an Archangel Michael card as well. Okay, lovely. Let's have a look and see what we have. So, decide to be happy now. Well, that's rather groovy. I think we would all like that. We have the King. Woo! Goodness me. Okay, we have Ancestral Guardians of Light. Wow. How interesting. How interesting. I'm fascinated by the colours. Reading number 1 also had interesting colours going on here. And then we have Ayahuasca Rebirth. Yes. Yes. How interesting. Gosh, the energy of new beginnings is absolutely wholeheartedly around you, reading number 2. Something is arriving with energy, with force, with power, moving forwards. And it's something that, gosh, the King. It's that moment of birthing, of spiraling. Can you see the DNA spiraling here into the energy of manifestation, the snake of transformation, and this baby in the womb? The signs that we have here, we have Pluto, rebirth, Jupiter, expansion, and Neptune as well. Spiritual pathway, spiritual awareness. Okay, I'm going to draw tarot cards straight away, and also some more runes for you too. In fact, let's do the runes first. Oh, super lovely. Right, first of all, you have the rune of constraint. So what we're seeing is that there has been something going on around you that hasn't shifted. It's about to. Cross the T's, dot the I's. Completion of beginnings. Pay attention to the details. If there's anything that you need to just attend to, do it with diligence, patience, and just open yourself up to receive. We have the rune of defense, and we have the rune of wholeness. There's honestly one way to go here. There's going to be a pathway open up for you this week. So, and something's moving forced. Something is moving forwards with force, with energy. Gosh, we are seeing a vast amount of transformation going on here. We really are. It's like something you've been working at. And we are seeing a rebirth. Ancestral Guardians of Light. I think you are going to be stepping up into a position of leadership, a position of greater authority, something that will really be right for you. It feels quite like your destiny in some way, shape or form. What I do feel, this is a weekly reading, so we're asking for a message from Spirit for you right now with guidance for the week ahead. Reading number 2, what I think is you might find at the beginning of the week that some things pop up that feel like they're getting in your way. There may even be something around you where you're already thinking, oh, you know, just when you thought you had a free afternoon or a pocket of time to attend to something, and suddenly your inbox is full of stuff and you've got to reply to loads of emails. Attend to the details and then move forwards. I do feel there could be some stuff that you have to attend to, but it's not going to stop you from rising, from birthing, from moving forwards. You're definitely rising into a position of leadership in some way, shape or form here. It may even be the attending to the details that assist that process. I do feel more like you're having to attend to some almost interruptions in order to sort those things out first, and then you're free to move forwards. It does feel like those interruptions are exactly that. They're interruptions, they're niggles. Just attend to them with good grace and crack on, rather than something that's necessarily part of the process, though I wouldn't rule it out. May we have more information for reading number 2, please? Information about the coming week, please. I do feel this and both of those. And another. Here we are. Let's have a look at your cards, reading number 2. Okay, so we have the 9 of Cups. Gosh, open your arms to receive. I mean, King of Swords. How interesting. We have the Tower. Yeah, we're seeing some big shifts going on here. So, 9 of Cups, King of Swords, the Tower. We then have the 7 of Cups, the 2 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, and the Hierophant. Right, okay, let's move these along. I'm sure we can do that. Let's put that beautiful little pendulum there and move our cards along so there's room for everything. I think we can get them all in the picture. Just about, yes we can. Super good. Okay, reading number 2. I do feel for you there is a major opportunity about to arrive, or something's going to take off, or that lightning bolt from the skies, something changing, shifting. It's pushing you into a position of leadership. It's going to move fast. Remain grounded. Attend to the details of anything and everything that come along. On the one hand, I kind of want to say this is something that you deserve, that there's something that you are working on personally that is absolutely to do with your own personal directions. So, the rune of wholeness. There's something very personal that you are working on that feels like it's connected to your calling, your purpose, something that it's to do with some aspect of personal empowerment and the way that you manifest that empowerment in the world. That's about to break open. You know, it's quite interesting because some element of, I sort of want to say good luck is coming, even though the Tower is often seen as quite a challenging card. I feel like an opportunity breaks open for you. You know, it's like that lucky break. That's what's coming through here. You know, when you get that lucky break, but it's not really a lucky break because actually you've worked for this. You've been dreaming of it. You've been investing in it. You have meditated about this. These are your dreams, and you've kind of been holding your dreams and your intentions really clear. With the timing of the new moon, now for those of you that work with me and follow my videos and things, you'll know from my Manifest with the Moon diary and journal that every new moon, I'm very big on using the new moon energy, not just for wishes, but also for intentions. People tend to lump these together. But a wish is the stuff that you dream of. It's your desire. What you really, really, really want and what you dream of manifesting. The intention is what you intend to do to take the steps you need to take to make it possible. You guys have been manifesting, dreaming and taking the actions, both, meditating into that space of potential and taking actions to create this breakthrough, this opportunity, this lucky break. This is a week where there is a breakthrough of some sort coming. It opens up choices for you, and these choices are potentially they are bringing you the world. They really, really are. Now, cross the T's, dot the I's. There will be some both interruptions in your week, I think. Paying attention to the detail, as well as combined with what will actually be a major opportunity. Now, if someone offers you a contract, pay attention to the detail, cross the T's, dot the I's. Those breakthrough contracts, that breakthrough moment. You want this, but be mindful. Don't just rush into it. There's power, there's energy, there's movement, but completion of beginnings. So there may be for some of you stuff that you have to attend to in an everyday way. some interruptions that appear to be getting in the way, just attend to them, sort them out, address them. If there's a contract to be signed, pay attention to the details, be meticulous, don't just rush forwards into this. Yes, it's loaded with potential. It is a lucky break. It's opening up your choices. It's time to move something forwards. You're stepping up into a position of leadership. There's definitely empowerment, energy, something gathering momentum that's loaded with potential, fertility here. Leadership again, ancestral guardians of light. So this is really interesting. This is an amazing week, I think, for you, reading number 2. It may feel like a sort of a bizarre mix of what could be a mundane and amazing week simultaneously, but actually when amazing things happen, we have to attend to the mundane things as well. And this is really clear about doing both. You're rising, you're moving forwards, you're gathering momentum, something you want is coming into being. You've been manifesting this, so that's super good. But there are things to attend to, some choices, some decisions, some stuff that you have to attend to, whether it's in the process of moving this forwards and creating that opening and following through with it, or whether there's just stuff that's in the way that you need to attend to in order to be kind of energetically free to move forwards. So be sure within the momentum of the week, because I think this is going to be a majorly busy week for you. Within the momentum of the week, take charge of everything, take charge of your schedule. Make sure that you don't just go so fast that you miss details. Slow down. Take, a minute's silence, 2 or 3 times a day. Give yourself a minute's silence just to get grounded. Get up 10 minutes earlier to do a 10-minute meditation. Remain grounded. Remain centered. That's a better word. Remain centered and flexible. Your week is looking to be divinely guided in terms of something opening up and building and gathering momentum. The creativity, the spark, the energy here is really, really, really powerful. It's something that's really starting to emerge, to happen. You can see it take shape. Yes, interruptions. Yes, pay attention to the details, whether in all ways. But my goodness me, reading number 2, this is happening for you. This is a happening week. And it feels as if this is a really, really important point in the pathway of something you're manifesting. And this is not new to you. This is something you have been working on. And it really starts to emerge here. It's that emergence point, that point when you can really see it. Yeah, you can really, really see it coming together. This is super lovely. So whatever you're up to, reading number 2, your guidance for the week is really clear. You're building, you're rising, you're gathering, you're moving. Pay attention to the detail, work hard, diligently, in an anchored, mindful, and yet productive and flexible and speedy way. If that makes some sense to you, I hope so. Some of those words feel a bit contradictory, but they are all of them relevant to you. It feels so exciting. There's something breaking open. It's that lucky break. It's super. This is gorgeous. It's, it's emerging. It's lovely. Loving your reading, loving the fact that it's tied in with the major astrological things that are going on. Don't forget to check out my Moon Monthly videos, my pick a card readings that I do on Tuesdays and Fridays, where I answer specific questions, and of course every Sunday for weekly guidance. If you're interested in my big Moon Monthly all zodiac sign in-depth readings for every zodiac sign for the coming moon month, I don't do my zodiac sign readings for a calendar month. I do them for a moon month because it really works with manifesting. So they are on Patreon, which is a very different site. It works on the basis of donations. You can contribute as little or as much as you like. There's no fixed amount. I am very grateful for all those donations, and they help to support the big free online library that I have about emotions and psychology. But do check out the Patreon site. I'll put the link in the description box if you're interested in those full readings. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and all the things that you all do that help to support the channel here. Tons and tons and tons of love. This is an amazing week for you. Reading number 2. Hey, reading number 3, welcome to your weekly guidance from Spirit. So you have awakened spirit, desire to change, Hagalas, the rune of disruption, but also the blank rune. This is like so loaded with possibility. And our little mermaid here has been very wistful. I think she's got a very wistful kind of dreamy energy. I feel like there is significant change around you, almost as if though, you know, when you're at that turning point and you suddenly realize that even though you really desired change and you really wanted something to change, there's also a sense of, gosh, life will never be the same again. It's really interesting energy around your reading number 3, in a very positive way, but a sort of a wistfulness here as well. Let's draw cards and see what we're shown here. Let's draw your oracle cards first. Okay, as your first. This is the one I'm seeing, and this one too. And let's draw an archetypal energy card to see what is shown here. Okay. And Archangel Michael as well. What does Archangel Michael wish to share with reading number 3? Go forward fearlessly. Yes. I feel like I'm rooting for you here. This is really interesting. Go forward fearlessly. The prayer here: thank you for walking with me every step of the way, for holding my hand, giving me confidence and courage, and guiding my thoughts and actions in the direction of love and my true life's purpose. Wow, you're on the brink of something, the one. Wow, okay, we then have hold on to me, wow, and then surrender, sensitive sister, be moved by the moon. Gosh, you are on the brink of something changing and moving very, very fast here. It does feel like quite a fast-paced week. There is a ton of stuff going on astrologically, to be fair, so that's kind of interesting. You then also have Bobinsana, trust, and the hummingbird and the whale. This is the moon and Neptune. Wow. I feel like this for you, reading number 3, is a really fast-paced week. You know, that energy is around a bit for several, you know, of the readings I've been doing. Very, very interesting, like a fast-paced energy. There's something moving, and you're being asked to kind of literally just to trust the changes that you desire are happening. Yeah, go forward fearlessly. This is about embracing opportunities this week for you, reading number 3. Reading number 3, I'm going to draw tarot cards straight away for you and some more runes. But this feels like quite a life-changing moment. The card of the one, you know, when something happens and it seriously rocks your world, and it's a turning point. There's no going back. You can never see the world through the same lens again. It's exciting. It's extraordinary. It's that connection with the divine. It's one of those moments when something is revealed or seen differently. Well, wowza. Let's dive in. This is an incredibly powerful week. If you are following these readings week on, you know, every week, this is an incredibly powerful week astrologically. There's a ton of stuff going on and happening. Massive, massive shifts that are affecting us all. Do check out my my Moon Monthly global my Moon Monthly forecast, where I really do look at the incoming flow of energy over the month, coming in with the moon and the other astrological things that are going on. Right, really powerful week anyway, suffice it to say. Okay, there we go, and that's coming through as well. Let's have a look at this. Death card, death and rebirth. Wow. Okay, so you are really surrounded by the energy of, gosh, something happening that opens something up, new horizons, new opportunities. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the 10 of Cups, super nice. We have the 2 of Wands. We have the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, right, and then we have the 8 of Cups as well. Right, okay. How can we get all our cards into view? We have lots of cards coming through here, and I want to draw some more runes. So we know this card is saying go forward fearlessly. We know this card is really saying to us, this is a turning point. This is a moment of pivotal change. A point when you choose to leave something behind. I say you choose to leave something behind. Yeah, I think you do, actually. I think you do choose to leave something behind. You walk away from something this week. Go forward fearlessly. This is really interesting. You know how sometimes, if you think about when we move in a particular direction. Now, when we move in a particular direction, if we've been Hagalas, the rune of disruption, if we both simultaneously walk away and move forwards at the same time, there's a different momentum. You know, leaving something behind has a different energy to walking forwards fearlessly. But there's a very different energy around it. And you're sort of doing both. Now, Hagalas, the rune of disruption, speaks of two kind of things, really. It's a bit like Uranus, the energy of Uranus, the great awakener. Sometimes something comes along and it happens very quickly, it happens very suddenly, it rocks our world, and it's creating change. At other times, it's like a slow awakened spirit, where we suddenly realize that we can't continue to do something any longer. It's like we come to our senses slowly but surely, and it's that moment of awakening. Now you've got the blank rune here, which is loaded with possibility. You're leaving something behind and feeling pretty damn good about it. I mean, something's coming to an end. We've got the Death card and we've got the 10 of Swords. Something is coming to a completion. You're feeling monumentally good about leaving something behind and about going forwards fearlessly. Yet simultaneously, I think that there is, you're being asked to trust. It feels big. This is a big change that's happening this week for you. I'm going to draw more runes for you. That's the one. Okay. So, Sowello, the rune of wholeness. This is kind of like the path you must follow. You know, it's the way you've got to go. You know, sometimes the universe opens up a pathway and, you know, you've just got to do it. No holding back. You've just got to do it. You've got to do what you've got to do. The rune of strength. Amazing. This is about power. It's about moving something forwards. It feels big. This feels big. Something comes to an end. And you're so... It's really interesting. I'm not saying there's not a wistfulness. We've got this mermaid here and this figure here. She's sort of wistful. It's kind of like it is. It's one of those moments when you've got to do what you've got to do. Ultimately, to be honest with you, you feel very, very good about this. There's this simultaneous excitement, passion, enthusiasm. Wow, this is so great. And yet a sense of surrender and trust simultaneously. Yep, Othilla, the rune of separation. This is a leaving behind and a moving forwards simultaneously. Okay, super souls, I don't know what you are choosing to leave behind, and I don't know what you're choosing to walk fearlessly towards, but something comes to a completion this week for you. This feels ever so big. I feel like I want to draw more cards and find out more about this for you. We're going to draw from the Archangel Michael pack, reading number 3. There's a simultaneous wistfulness and yet a, do you know, I have to do this and I feel great about it. There's a massive opening up here, a completion of something, an ending of something, and yet a fearlessly moving forwards. Go forward fearlessly. One of those aha moments. Energy healing work. Thank you for sending healing energy to me and through me for my own blessings and for all those around me. Thank you for connecting me to loving and high integrity healers and teachers of energy healing modalities. May we have more information. What is all this about? It's time to leave this unhealthy situation. Okay. Making decisions and choices. You feel utterly good about it, and yet there is a wistfulness. Making choices, taking charge of your own choices. In a way, it's like your feet don't hit the ground, but there's a feeling of trust around this as well. Focus upon divine and perfect health. Okay, and lastly but not leastly, detach from the situation. Yeah. Okay, so beautiful reading number 3. Do you know what this reminds me of? Quite a long time ago, when I was working in my full-time counselling practice, before I started to do cards online and that kind of stuff, you know, I tutored a group of students, and I remember one of the students, it was this point, I thought about it when I saw this card actually, and one of the students had voiced, she'd been to a big family gathering, and obviously a counselling training is really interesting because a lot of it is to do with self-awareness. A big part of the learning is, you know, experiential. It means we're learning through our own personal growth. And it was a turning point, and we had a massive discussion, and not just with this particular student voiced it, and lots of people were all in agreement with this, and they were all saying it's this point where you suddenly see your entire family, your entire world through a different lens. That amazing turning point. You can never go back. And I remember her saying, you know, in a way, it was easier to live in blissful ignorance, you know, but actually it's so empowering to have the knowledge and awareness that I have now. And it was this sort of duality, the wistfulness of, gosh, this will never be the same again. I can't look through that same lens. And yet it's so empowering simultaneously. And actually I have to go a different pathway. I have to walk my own pathway, the rune of wholeness, Sooo. The rune of strength, it always tells me that the universe has your back. This is really divinely guided. Trust is needed here. There is some sort of you are both relinquishing something and walking forwards at the same time. Reading number 3, it feels quite big, whatever the realization is, whatever the awareness is. It is time to leave something because it doesn't serve you anymore, and you know it. You absolutely know it. It limits your health. It limits your potential. It's time to literally detach and go forwards fearlessly. You're going to be supported. The universe has your back. It's time to separate from something and embrace a future. You just can't pretend that you're not awake to it. You're awake to something now, and you can't pretend otherwise. Gosh, this is such a big reading. It feels so loaded with excitement and joy. I mean, look at this bang in the middle, 10 of Cups. Loaded with excitement and joy. Kind of the world is your oyster, and you kind of know it. but there's there's the wistfulness, there's the ending of something, and yeah, it's got that tinge to it. In my my free online library, which is dedicated to emotions and psychology and putting information into the world for free, there's a I think it's called the Psychology of Emotion section in the library, and there's some audios in there. There's one that's called The Sadness of Moving Forwards. There's another one called The Wobble of Change and the Sadness of Moving Forwards, and they kind of go hand in hand. And the sadness of moving forwards is really interesting, because I've met people who've taken an epic leap into something they really wanted to do. They've walked away from something, and then they feel sad, and they're like, why am I feeling sad? I've wanted this like forever, and I finally got here. Why am I sad? And the sadness is because we are connecting to what we weren't able to achieve in the previous situation. But that video, that audio will explain how those emotions work, so that may be relevant to some of you anyway, and if it is, do check it out. I'll put the link in the description box and in the comments for phone users. It's a totally free library. It's a membership library, but it's completely free and always will be, so it's just a resource that's there to help with, yeah, I mean, knowledge is power as far as psychology and emotions go. If you understand what's happening within you, you're in a very powerful position. You don't get overloaded. So, you know, hopefully that's a useful resource for some of you. It's time to leave this unhealthy situation. You can't pretend you can't see it anymore. This is the week when, gosh, I feel like something is significantly moved forwards, but it feels, gosh, so magical, so exciting, alongside it feeling a bit wistful and a bit of sadness that actually, you know, because sometimes people can't change, can they? You know, however much you want them to, and ultimately you have to choose your own pathway. So there's, yeah, it's a real mix. The overwhelming energy in your reading number 3 is passion, excitement, massive, God, this is so what I needed to do, self-satisfaction, feeling really good, joy, happiness, with the tinge. It's there, and I have to voice that because that's what I'm seeing here. Your spirit team are really rooting for you and really acknowledging and validating this level of growth. It's a powerful week. It's a super week for you. It really is. Very, very clear guidance and a lot of support and a lot of excitement about what's to come. I am actually just going to draw you a couple of extra cards, reading number 3, just to see a little sneaky peek into the future, because it feels like this is a really big change for you guys. Let's draw just a couple of cards just to see a sneaky peek into the future for reading number 3, please. May we have a little sneaky peek as to the potential that is coming from this. Yeah, Ace of Swords, new beginnings, new opportunities. We have, gosh, Queen of Wands. You are going to be so, I want to say so empowered. This is a time, yeah, you move to a place where you can actually become empowered in a way that you weren't before. Is really, I don't know, are we being shown any more cards, please? Yes. Okay, here we go. And what do we have? Okay, and the 3 of Cups, celebration. What I want to say is, Super Souls, your vibe attracts your tribe. With the Ace of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the 3 of Cups, whatever you are leaving, there is so much better coming in. It's kind of like you're moving from one kind of resonance and energy that just doesn't really work for you, and you know it doesn't. And actually, yeah, your vibe attracts your tribe. You are going to be celebrating. You're finding your community. You're finding your soulmates. And by soulmates, I mean collective group. You know, it's yeah. There's so much more coming. Super lovely, just super lovely. Gosh, I'm sending you all the love in the world. Reading number 3. Super Souls, I post these readings for weekly guidance. This is a huge week, but so in alignment with the current astrology if you're watching it now, and if you're watching it in 6 months' time, this is the energy and resonance that's meant to find you right now. It is a timeless reading regardless. But Super Souls, I post these every single Sunday for weekly guidance. We ask for a message now and a heads up for the coming week to assist you with navigating whatever is going on in your world. And I post readings on Tuesdays and Fridays with, you know, asking specific information, those pick a card readings, timeless readings, and some shorts in between. I post a big moon month where we look at the incoming energy of the moon, the influence of the moon, and how we can use that energy in our manifestations. And for anyone that's interested in my bigger all zodiac sign readings, I post those for the moon month. I don't work with the calendar month, I work with the moon month because I find that's better for manifesting. And so they are not on YouTube, they're on Patreon, which is a different site. There are no advertisements, but it works on the basis of donations. You can contribute as little or as much as you feel able or want to, but those readings are there if they are of interest to you. I will put the link to my library, the link to Patreon, and all those things in the information box below, and also in the pinned comment for you. Reading number 3, I'm sending you all the love in the world. I am monumentally excited for your future. I really, really am.